What's up guys, Commander Alex here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys yet another Changing the Meta episode. And today we are going to be doing we're going to be doing Weapon Power Ardan. Obviously Support Ardan is the general build that you'd be going for, but I'm actually going to be going for Support Ardan because, wait, no, I screwed that up again. I'm going for Weapon Power Ardan. Weapon Power Ardan is fairly strong, except for the fact that generally people think that he's going support, like my good friend Glaive over here, except for Glaive did go for boots first, which isn't horrible, so he can obviously switch over to a support Glaive pretty easily, and he was locking in a support Glaive, so I'm hoping that he will figure out that and sort of work with me here, but I'm not too sure, because he's just sort of chilling up there. What is he doing? He still doesn't have an Iron Guard. Hopefully he's going to pick up the fact that I'm going for a Weapon Power / Burst Ardan, so I'm going to be getting my Aftershock, and I'm going to be getting my Tension Bow, so that my punch hits super duper hard, and then probably going to be going for a tiny bit of tank, but I really don't want to grab that much, because the real cool thing about having my Vanguard is that even though I don't personally have a lot of health, by throwing the Vanguard onto myself, I can kind of keep myself alive even though I don't have that much health, which is a cool thing. I don't really know what a Glaive is doing. Wow, that was an interesting notification sound. Yeah, I really got to turn off notifications when I record. Alright, so we almost got this first clear done here. Glaive is getting a catch. Oh, not really, kind of. That's the hard thing about ganking a Saw, is that you basically, if he uses his roadie run for anything but an escape, he's gonna die because he gets hit into the turret and he's super duper slow. But if he doesn't and he saves his roadie run like a smart Saw would, he's pretty much never gonna die because his roadie run can get him out of like any situation. So it's kind of like either you win or you don't win. There's no in between when it comes to ganking Saw. I don't know what our Glaive's doing here. Is he gonna go Iron Guard maybe? He's back at base. It's okay. We'll figure it out as we go. So I'm going to be going for my Tension Bow as my first item here. Also going to pick up Sprint Boots so I can get a little bit more mobility. Glaive is still going Weapon Power. Hopefully he switches over soon here. I am going to stick with my Weapon Power build, even though it's maybe not the best for this team comp, but I'm hoping that Glaive's going to switch over and he's going to see that I'm not going for a Support Ardan. I did lock in that I was going jungle, I wasn't going support. I even soft locked Koshka so that I wouldn't get someone trying to play jungle when I soft locked Ardan, but you know, you can't always win. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this guy, but he's given me a ton of free farm in the jungle, so I guess that's sort of nice. He's not trying to take my farm. That being said, he's camping lane, which means without an Iron Guard, he's gonna fall behind a farm. And he's not really getting kills for our team, so I can't say that I'm really liking his playstyle right now. We'll just have to see what happens. Oh, there's Saw again. Oh, there's Koshka. There's Koshka running away. Well, there you go. That was a great invade on their part. They didn't do anything. All right, there we go. Grab another mine here. Just want to get some vision going here. Let me drop one next to the gold mine for when that comes up. Let me get all of this mined up. Alright, and Glaive's heading back to base again. What is Glaive doing? He's getting a 6 ins. Great. This this Glaive, it's not even like he's really playing a good weapon power Glaive. He's just sorta there. But you know what? We're not gonna judge. We're gonna play our game, and hopefully he's gonna come along eventually here. How's Scarf doing? Alright, Scarf's doing okay. 13 CS. Saw has 25, so he's behind in CS. But, you know, Saw's overextending a bit, so maybe we'll get a kill off of that. Alright, we got Koshka, who's sitting in that bush, most likely buying. Nope, she's gonna run away. Okay, so she didn't get any farm. As long as she doesn't take my farm, I don't really care, because I am going solo jungle versus double jungle, so as long as I get all my jungle farm, they're going to fall behind. Alright, Aftershock, I'm going to go for my Hourglass just because, well actually I'll pick up my Crystal Bed as well because I can. But I wanted to get the hourglass because the cooldown reduction is actually useful at Ardan, whereas the crystal power is not quite so much. But it doesn't really matter because all I want is the aftershock proc. I don't really care about the extra stuff that comes with it. And got my punch up. Oh, I already got my gauntlet. Wow, this whole like self-clearing thing is really working for me. I'm gonna get level 7 probably before 6 minutes if I'm lucky here. I had a fairly quick clear. One thing about Ardan is that with your Vanguard you can gain some I guess a little bit of tankiness, but also a little bit of movement speed. Do I want to go for her? I do have my ultimate and she doesn't, but I don't think that's a smart idea. We'll just let that be. I think I just didn't see that happening on my mini-map, which is bad on my part. Glaive's heading back to base again. Glaive. When is this thing gonna come up? Did she take this as well? No, there's no way. Okay. I was like, no, there's no way this could have been up when Koshka was here, but I would have been incredibly salty if Koshka had stolen 2 camps from me. The nice thing is that in the, I believe it was the 1.5 update, they changed it so that that bottom camp really doesn't have a ton of gold in it, so her stealing it doesn't really mean much to me. As far as what I'm maxing out, I'm going to be maxing out my Vanguard and my punch. Obviously my punch because I'm trying to deal a lot of damage, but the reason that I don't max out my gauntlet is because the gauntlet doesn't really get that much from maxing it out. Obviously, if you support, the extended time period on it means that it's very helpful for your team, but when it comes to you dealing damage, the gauntlet doesn't really deal much damage unless the enemy screws up, so I'd rather just get the extra durability from my Vanguard. And piercing spear. Let me just see if something's up over here. I kind of want to camp it. I'm not sure. Oh crap. If I get out, I will be very impressed with myself. And I didn't. Okay. Well, that was a failed invade. Yeah, okay, Glaive, you get to tell me. Fair enough, Glaive. They're gonna get gold mine. Glaive's nowhere near this. There's no way that Scarf can contest this. He's gonna try. How did you miss that fireball? That was skill. To miss that fireball was actual skill right there. Krill didn't move at all, and he just missed the fireball. That's a special kind of Scarf. Anyway, we're actually still doing really good in our clear here. Maxing out my punch. Like hitting level 8 before 8 minutes is kind of unheard of. But at the same, well, actually no, they're way behind in levels. Dude, I'm loving this. I'm loving this solo jungle thing. I mean, yeah, our Glaive is having some issues, but you know what? You roll with what happens. Oh, come on, make something happen. Oh, Glaive. Glaive is not going to make something happen. They're all just going to get close to dying. Alright, I got my tension bow. I'm just going to hard farm until I get my aftershock. And then I'm going to try and make... Actually, you know what? I'm going to make some plays happen right now. Because this guy, man. Part of me actually wants to... No, actually I don't want to do that. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. That lockdown was annoying as hell. Alright, looking at the kills... It's not too bad. Krill has 2 kills, which is a little bit annoying because he becomes an absolute beast late game. But you know, we're still doing good on levels, so I'm not actually too worried. Level 9. 9 at 9 minutes. As far as CS, I'm doing pretty good ahead of the entire enemy team. Just gotta keep myself ahead here. I mean, weapon power Ardan actually scales quite well. I guess I should really call it like burst power Ardan, because I'm not just going to be building weapon power, I'm also going to be getting the aftershock and maybe even some cooldown reduction. But the main thing is that I want to hit like a Mack truck. And I want every single piece of gold that I can get. So I'll pick up my chronograph there. I did steal that from Glaive, but you know what? It happens. Oh crap, he ran that way. No. Yes, I managed to get a kill. Okay, it's all worthwhile. Glaive was just like, oh, you went deep, screw you. He didn't even care. I can't blame him though, I did go pretty deep for that. We might have been able to get away if Glaive had gone in with us, but I can't blame him for not going in with us on that one. That was a little bit of a gamble, but we did manage to pick up the kill, especially shutting down that Saw is actually fairly important, because Saw, even though he's not that great, if he gets ahead, he can really snowball that into like a 1v3 situation where you just can't take him. That's the thing about Saw. If he falls behind, he's useless, but if he's ahead, he's pretty terrifying. So I am happy that I did get another kill onto him there. I don't really know what he's doing with his build though. He's going for full boots first. Interesting tactic. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. Their Cruel, on the other hand, he knows what he's doing. He really knows what he's doing. He's actually quite good. It's going to be very hard to pick up some kills onto him. Yeah, Koshka could probably take me. I don't want to do that. I'll just mess around with him. I got a couple more seconds on my... Oh, I like this. Please go in. I'm hoping that they're going to try and counter-engage. Well, not like that. Yes, got him. Come on. Let's go. Let's fight. Fight me, bro. Fight me. This guy's going to try and go back into the jungle. I can feel it. Oh, I guess I canceled their back. That's kind of fun. Oh man, dude. He had to know that I was there. There's no way that he couldn't know that. It's alright though. But yeah, that actually is pretty cool. So I got the kill to shut down Cruel, so that's some extra gold for me. And making sure that Cruel didn't get ahead is actually quite important. So I'm quite happy with how that turned out, to be honest. I'm actually was not expecting it to go that well. Let me just do a quick clear here. Get through most of my jungle. I might just clear these two bottom camps. I do want to keep farming throughout the entire game because the moment I fall behind, I'm pretty useless. But as long as I'm ahead, I am kind of a menace. We'll have to see if we can make another thing happen here. Now that I got my aftershock, that's a big power spike for me. I'm gonna wait for Glaive to clear this, except for he doesn't seem to want to clear this. So I'm gonna do it for him here, nice and quick. There we go. Oh wait, so I was so out of position for a second. If only he'd actually tried to come up and flank us, that would have been so nice. Next item. I think next item I'm gonna go for. Are they building armor? They are not building armor. I think I'm gonna go Tornado Trigger because that gives me a little bit of crit chance, which is good. But also the attack speed gives me some cooldown on my punch because for every auto attack you actually cool down. Alright, you reduce the cooldown on my punch. Oh, you're joking. How did you cancel that? And what do? Team buds. That was very well played by the Koshka. I was trying to use my Vanguard to jump over to the Saw to actually try and kill the Saw there. But Koshka held back her Catnip Frenzy or whatever the hell it's called and managed to cancel my gauntlet. So I just stood there and just got absolutely wrecked. That was really well played. I gotta give this Koshka some mad credit here. Even though she's like, 1-1, she also has 5 assists, and most of those should probably be kills for her. It's just that she's locking them down and her teammates are picking up the kills. Come on, I gotta get there. Run. If I can get there in time, we can turn this around so hard. It'd be so easy. It'd be like taking candy from a baby. Except for the baby would be a really weird looking robot Saw dude and a quite angry cat. So really nothing like taking candy from a baby, but it's a metaphor, so just bear with it. Okay, got those. Oh wait, I just need him to push out a little bit here. He's gonna do it, I can feel it. Yep, you're screwed. I kept him alive. Yes, we got a Koshka as well. I was hoping that with my Vanguard I'd be able to keep that Glaive alive, but I was just a little bit too little. That is the bad thing about not going for health on Ardan, is that your Vanguard doesn't do quite as much because it does scale off of health, I believe. I believe it's his Vanguard. It might actually be his punch. I'm not sure. If I'm lying to you guys, just tell me. Like, there's all these stats about Vainglory that I feel like I know, and then I'll look in the actual stats page and I'll be like, oh, I was just lying in that video. Thought I knew something, but I didn't. Kind of awkward. Oh, how did he miss that suppressive fire? That's... Wow, he's got to feel pretty bad about that one. Hi there, Kashka. Yep, got you. I don't think we can chase that. 20 seconds. If I can delay this fight until I get my gauntlet up, we could totally win. It just depends on if I can delay it long enough. Alright, 10 seconds on my gauntlet. I don't know, it's just kind of risky. Ready? No, Scarf, you gotta go in with me, bud. He's not going in with me. He is very much not going in with me. Dude, Scarf. Alright, well, you know what? He finished off the Kashka. I'll give him a little bit of credit for that, but he was like, oh, you want to go in? You have fun with that. He's by no means happy about me going in. It's alright, though. Ooh, good kick there. I gotta give this Saw some credit because he actually, or this, not the Saw, this Glaive, because he's actually getting a lot of good picks, even though his farming is interesting. He is getting some good picks, so I gotta give him some credit there. If he just, you know, died a little less, he'd actually be quite good. Scarf, Shatterglass first. Probably, I don't know what he's turning that into. Part of me wants to say he's turning it into an Aftershock, but I really hope not, because Aftershock is just... Don't go for an Aftershock on Scarf. It doesn't make any sense. Alright. Get a good clear in here. Oh, they're going Kraken. They are, yep, they are going Kraken. There ain't nothing I can do to... Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I'm running out. Get out, get out. Okay, that is a very annoying... Oh, come on. I thought that Costa was going to chase me and I was going to die, but she'd get locked inside the gauntlet and die. It would have been so beautiful. Half of me wants to go back. Yeah, I should go back. I should go back. But I really don't want to, but I'm going to die if I don't. You know what? I'm going to stick here and I'm going to hit this thing because we need to kill this really quick. Like, now. Like, I don't know why the hell Scarf is doing that. I'm going to kill this thing ASAP. If we can take it before it takes another turret, we actually end up ahead in gold. Are we going to be able to? We are. Very nice. Okay. Sweet. That actually ended in our favor in some weird way. Alright, so we got some attack speed, got our on-hit effects there. I guess next thing to go, well... Trying to think about what I want to go for here. I think I'm going to go for Shiver Steel, because I can turn on my Shiver Steel, then punch somebody, and then auto attack, and they won't be able to get away from me. So my weapon power auto attacks are actually going to be able to do some damage, because they won't be able to just run away. We'll have to see how that goes, though. I'm not quite sure about this build. I mean, it's weapon power Ardan is viable, but it's not as viable as some of my other builds. I feel like CP Glaive or on-hit Glaive is actually one of the most viable off-meta builds there is in the game. Okay. Hey guys. I'm pretty much dead. So I can't do anything, except for maybe I can. Oh, crap. Cruel was just chilling there? Really? Well, that's not good. That's very much not good. Ooh, this is... Wow, Glaive is having a rough time this game. And I don't understand his build. He, like, started going weapon power, and then he completely switched over to, like... support/tank Glaive, and I don't understand. You gotta choose one. What's the main weapon, or what's the main type of damage on the other team? sort of split, but Cruel is doing a lot of work weapon power, so I might want to go for some armor. That was a great afterburn there. Glaive really just changed the game with that one. There we go. Alright. We shouldn't go in on this, so don't. Hopefully he won't, because this... Yeah, he's gonna go in, isn't he? Alright, okay, oh, he definitely... Oh, that was him going in right there. Part of me wants to actually follow this up. I don't know if I'm gonna be close enough. Go, 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 Scarf, I believe. I don't know why I popped my Shiver Steel, because that did literally nothing for me, but it felt like it was doing something, so... I just randomly popped inactive, because, you know, I had it, so why not? That's logic right there. Alright, so head back to base. We managed to pick up a kill there, so I guess that's not too bad. And... I don't know what I want my next. You know what, I'll go Travel Boots. He was doing the work. Yeah, Cruel was doing a lot of work on that team. With the combination of the Serpent's Mask and the... what is it called? And the Breaking Point, he basically, as long as he gets to the beginning of a fight, he's gonna win. Because the lifesteal from the Serpent's Mask means that even if you like bring him to basically no health, and one auto attack will be back to full health. And the damage from the Breaking Point means that he's gonna kill you eventually, because, you know, 20 Breaking Point stacks is just game over. So we gotta shut him down early. That's kind of my end game here. I gotta shut down the Cruel. If we manage to get him out of a fight early, the rest of them are just gonna be screwed. Oh no, wait, for a second I thought they were going for it. Alright, got Journey Boots. Half of me wants to go for a Warhorn as my next item. Yes, pick him up. Yeah, there we go. Glaive totally just took my triple kill there, but you know what? I don't even care. So how about we go take Kraken. Go take Kraken. There we go, Glaive. If he was going to walk away from this, I was not... Well, actually, I could probably take it on my own. Never mind. I don't need you, Glaive. You can go away. He's not going to, but that's okay. So there we go. Got Kraken, nice and easy here. And... you know what? No, I'm going to go for a Sorrow Blade, because why not? There we go. Actually, let me take this, because why not? This new series is called the Why Not series. Because, you know, why not? There you go. Alright, new series names with Alex. It's a new series called New Series Names. I know it's confusing, but just deal with it. Hey, another new series name. Just deal with it. I can't help you. Yeah, there's nothing I could do to help him there. And there's nothing I can do because that saw is up. Can I maybe do this? Boom. There we go. You can no longer run. Oh crap, I'm very much too deep here. Owie! Stop hitting me. Alright, sure to take this no problem. And... yay! Oh, if I hadn't gotten that punch off, I'd so be dead. Alright, let's head back to base and be super disrespectful and do it in the middle of their base. And are you joking? I can't get my Sorrow Blade. I was gonna be so happy that I could get my Sorrow Blade, but you know, psych. Alright, we'll pick up infusions and probably finish the game. Even though we're actually even on turrets, that momentum shift was pretty big. I'm getting going here, guys. 10 and 6. That's what I like to see. This jungle clear though, I'm on point. Can I KS this? Oh, I just not KS. Well, actually, yeah, I KS'd. That Glay's gonna be super pissed. I can feel it right now. He's just hating me on the inside. And he gets to, because this is kind of addicting to do. But it's viable enough that I feel like you can probably play it in casual and people won't flame super hard. Not to mention 134 CS, so on point. On point. Like, I'm impressed with myself right now. There we go. Finish the last one. We're not going to finish the last one, but that's okay. Alright, we just run through these. The amount of damage I do is so awesome. I love it. Especially because people are like, wait, Ardan does damage? What is this? It's the new meta. It's so awesome though, because like nobody expects that you're just going to absolutely destroy them. And Koshka locked down our Glaive. That was not a good decision. And I just popped that Koshka. Even though somehow Scarf got the kill, I was the one that popped that Koshka. Let's be clear about that. And that's game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscription, and become a lieutenant today. And definitely be sure to suggest some viable off-meta builds that you have that you use in casual or ranked. Obviously, this is changing the meta, not change the meta. So I want to kind of get builds that are viable enough to be played in at least casual. But you know, I'm still open to some of those semi-viable builds that are kind of fun builds and a little bit trolly. So definitely be sure to leave those as well. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. See ya.